Smoke showing Battalion 1's got command. So Battalion would get there, now he's taking command of the operation. As they roll in, now he'll be able to give them assignments. Now if the battalion wasn't there, they would still be able to do their assignments. That is one cool way to ride right there, I'm not going to lie to you. In short doses, you wouldn't want to go across country in it. Not real comfortable for that. Now as they roll in, I'm going to give them a specific assignment I want them to do. Engine 1 from command. Take fire attack.
Engine 1 taking fire attack.
Alright, when I tell him to take fire attack, that's a very specific assignment. What they've got to do now is get off, get their hoses deployed that are pre-connected. They have about 500 gallons of water in their tank there that they'll be able to use. Now that driver's got a very important position to do right up front here. He's got to make sure they stay in water. He's got to get those lines charged, and before they run out of water in that tank, he's going to have to get hooked to that fire hydrant. So he's going to be very busy these first few minutes.
Truck 1 on scene.
Truck 1's on scene. Truck 1 from command, take bit inner search, second floor.
Truck 1, bit inner search, second floor.
All right, now as they're getting their hoses deployed, they'll see they're getting ready to go in. I've assigned the truck crew to an assignment called vent inner search. Now you'll see them, they're coming around the corner here. They're going to use the equipment off of this vehicle for now. And what I want them to do is go to this second floor window, vent that window, and go in and search it. So as you saw them come up and approach right here, he's looking to see what's going on, what kind of building am I going into, where's my exit points, what kind of smoke conditions. They're taught to read smoke. What's that smoke telling us? There's all kinds of clues that when we're trained, to learn what that's telling us, how deep the fire is, what's going on there. Now, as the rest of the crew comes around with the ladder, the officer's coming up, you'll also hear them, they'll be saying clear of overhead obstructions. And they're trained anytime they touch that ladder to holler out clear of overhead obstructions. Every year we worry about firefighters, and we have firefighters injured raising the ladders into power lines. Now you can see they got that ladder ready to go. They're getting their mask on. Here goes my rescuer. He's headed up. So he's ready to hit that window right now. He's going to go up and vent that window. He's going to have to clear it all out there, make sure he's on air, get it all opened up, make sure he's there. Now you'll see him, he'll sweep that floor there. He wants to make sure there's not a victim that tried to make it to that floor and maybe just got almost to the window. And then you saw him where he pounded that floor. When he pounded that floor, he wants to make sure it's solid underneath before he goes in there to make sure he's not going to fall through that floor. Now the second firefighter's going up to help him. We always work in pairs. So here he comes in behind him. The other one's just inside there. In he goes. He's going to go help and search because we're always searching teams. Now as the officer makes his way up, he's going to be the orientation. You'll notice he'll stop at the top of that ladder. And he'll be right there in that window. He'll have a light and he'll be talking to them. I'm over here. Here's your exit point. Making sure they're okay. As they're searching, he wants to make sure that they know where the exit point is, where they're at, as they're looking. Now, as they're doing that search, we go back to our fire crew over here. They're going in, getting ready to go in. You saw him when he opened the door right here. They checked to make sure there wasn't any fire over their head. And now we'll see them coming in the door here. Now, they really can't see very good in there. It's dark and smoky, but with that thermal imager, we can watch them a lot better. So we're seeing them as they search for fire. Our victims, our truck crew over there searching for victims, and these guys are searching for fire. So two different jobs that interact with each other, and we got to work together. Now as they feed that hose in, we see them, they're making their way, they're looking. Now this is showing us fire up here. Okay, we can see the fire all up in that hallway. Engine 1 go. Receive engine 1, you have rollover in the hallway. All right, what he's telling me is he has rollover in the hallway. He's telling me about this fire in the ceiling. That means something to us. You can see it's getting hotter over here as we see that fire. And you can see his water starting to hit it there. The water comes out looking darker. All right, as they are searching for that, rollover there, that's a significant event. Now, what I want to do is make sure they're okay. So what I want to do is call them and make sure they're okay. And a way I can do that, everybody on the fire ground, because we've had this event here, it may affect my crews that are up there. So I want to make sure they're all right by calling for a PAR, Personnel Accountability Report. So I would do this by saying, command to all companies stand by for a PAR. Now what that does is tell the officers, look, make sure they got their firefighters. And they're trained to look and make sure they got their firefighters, not just helmets. Make sure that it doesn't get mixed up in there. So now we want to call them off. Engine 1, you got PAR? lets us know everybody's good, everything's still good, everybody knows where they're at, everybody's still doing their job. They're still searching for fire here. My truck crew's still searching for a victim up there. Truck 1, go.
Coming out with a victim.
Receive, truck 1 has a victim coming out. Now the truck crew reported to me they got a victim up there, so we should see a victim start to come out that window up there here in a second. His crew talked to him, said, hey, we've got somebody. He lets command know so that we can get EMS ready to go. They start pulling. Engine 1, go.
Water on the fire.
Receive, engine 1 has water on the fire. Now see, engine 1, they're still fighting fire down here. They've hit the main body of fire now. You know, it's hitting 600-800 degrees in there, pretty regular. Now he comes down with our victim. Our rescuers start coming out as well too, because their job's done. They're not going to stay in that building any longer than they have to. They found their victim. They're on their way out now.
Command for engine 1.
Engine 1, go.
We got the fire knocked down.
Receive, engine 1, fire knockdown. Now they're told during the academy here and all during their training that even with the mannequins and the that we use here for our rescue mannequins, that victim is theirs. They can't just come out, spike them in the yard, and walk away. They have to stay with that victim all the way through. Doesn't count if you come out, woo, win. Nah, we teach them that it's theirs until they're relieved of that duty. So they're trained to stay with that victim at all times until an instructor comes by and says, okay, somebody else is now taking your victim for you, and then they're ready to be reassigned. So they've done